Hello, hello. It's been a long time. Facebook. Just a little spontaneous afternoon yoga flow to share with you today. I've gone back to work, so my every second day classes have gone on hold. I'm just going to be posting a video every now and again whenever I've got time and share some flow with you. Today I've got my daddy. Hi Dave. He did 3. Dad's doing a flow with me this afternoon. So this wasn't planned, so don't worry if you're not coming on to watch live. You can replay this whenever you like. We're going to use our yoga oils for today's class. We're going to put a drop of our grounding oil on the soles of our feet and rub it together. Beautiful smell.
Oh, nice.
Grounding ourselves after a busy day. We've both been working today. We've got our centering blend. We're putting a drop in our palm. And we're rubbing that on our heart space and our solar plexus. It's also a beautiful way to just slow down and connect with yourself before you start your flow.
Oh, that smells good.
It smells amazing. And lastly, we'll share this drop of Ascend. This one we dip our thumb and we put it on our third eye. And whatever we've got left, we can rub on the back of our neck or on our wrists. It's a beautiful way to get yourself relaxed and centered and grounded and ready for our afternoon stretch. So we're going to start sitting cross-legged in the middle of our mat. Rest your hands on your knees, sitting up tall. Close down your eyes for a moment. If you're wanting to ground yourself after a busy day, keep your palms resting on your knees. If you're wanting to enlighten yourself a little bit today and rise your energy, then flip your palms over, open to receive, palms to the sky. So find your position, eyes closed. We're going to take a few deep breaths together. Through the nose, inhale. Filling your belly, filling your lungs. Exhale. 2 more like this. Inhale. And exhale. Feeling your shoulders drop down and release. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Bringing that right foot in close to your body now, your left foot on the ground in front of you, nice and flat, so your feet aren't stacked on top of each other. They're in front of the other. We're going to sit tall. Place your palms to the earth and see if you can get a bit of curvature in your lower back, opening up through your chest, tilting your tailbone up, shoulders away from ears. Take a big inhale here. Look up to the sky, open through the chest. On the exhale, just slowly start to walk your hands forward, inch by inch, taking a full forward fold over the fronts of your legs. Finding your edge today, whether you can rest your forehead on the ground, or whether you need to bring in a pillow or a block to relax on top of. Just take a few breaths here, stretching through the back of your glutes and your thighs. You might even want to roll your forehead side to side, giving your brow a little bit of a massage. If you're wanting to feel a little bit more, planting your palms on the earth, fingers spread wide, push yourself back, pushing the weight back, pushing your bottom and your tailbone to the back edge of the mat, feeling a little bit more stretch. Taking 1 more inhale here. And on the exhale, slowly walking yourself back up. Let your head hang down, stretching through the back of your neck. Little by little, take yourself back up to seated. Once you reach the top, roll your shoulders and let your head come up, stacking on top of your spine. Swapping our legs over now. Left leg in towards the body, right leg flat in front. Place your palms on the earth in front of you. See if you can arch through your back, rolling your shoulders, shoulder blades down and together. Tilting through the pelvis, take an inhale, look up to the sky. Exhale, slowly start to walk yourself down on the other side. Nice and slow, feeling your body, relaxing into this stretch. As far down as feels good for you this afternoon. Massaging your brow, planting your hands to the earth and pushing the weight back, finding more of a stretch. Breathing as deep as you can through your nose and out through your nose. Are you gripping anywhere? Are you holding tension in your hips or your shoulders or your neck or your face? Release and let go any tension. Take one more deep breath here, filling your lungs. And on the exhale, slowly walking yourself back up, letting your head hang little by little. Once you're sitting back up, roll your shoulders and then your head. Beautiful. Crossing your legs now however you feel comfortable. We're going to sit up tall. We're going to reach our hands up to the sky, shoulders away from ears. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, dropping that left hand down to the earth. Right hand lifts up and over. We start to walk those fingers out to the left until we're finding a nice big side stretch here. Remembering to rotate through the chest, pushing that left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, opening up. Taking our gaze to look up and under that armpit if your neck is feeling okay and warm today. If you're having neck issues, then leave your gaze down to the ground, to that left hand. Finding that rotation in your waist and in your chest. And seeing if after a couple of deep breaths you can slowly bring your elbow to the mat. Remembering here that we want to keep both of our bum cheeks on the ground. So if your right bum cheek is lifting off the ground, then lift yourself up a little bit more. Take one more deep breath here in our side stretch. On the exhale, bring yourself back up to center. Inhale, both hands up to the sky. Swapping sides, right hand down to the ground, left hand up and over. Right shoulder pushing forward, left shoulder pushing back. Find our rotation. Keeping space between our arm and our ear, not letting it collapse. Walking our fingers away. See if you can drop your elbow to the ground. Keeping both bum cheeks planted to the earth. If you're wanting a little bit more, using that right hand, push away and into the earth. Pushing your hips to the left and feeling more of a stretch come down the left side body. One more inhale. Exhale, pushing yourself back up to center. Hands to the ground. We're coming through now into tabletop, finding all fours. Knees underneath hips. Hands and wrists underneath shoulders, fingers spread wide. Finding neutral spine here, lining ourselves up. We're going to take a few cat-cows, warming up the spine. Take an inhale, drop your belly. Gaze coming up to the sky, tailbone tilted. Exhale now, rounding through the spine. Belly button sucking in, pushing away. Stretching through our upper body, the shoulder blades separating. Inhale, dropping the belly again. Finding our flow now. Take a few cat-cows, following your own breath. If you want it to be slow, go slow. If you're wanting it to be fast, go fast. Just listening to our bodies this afternoon. Just checking in with how we feel. And taking a moment here to do any kind of free flow in this position that feels good to warm up your body. You might want to rock your hips side to side. You might want to drop the weight one side and then the other. You might want to come forward or come back. You might want to make some big circles with your chest. Remembering to continue the breath. Deep flowing breath. Take one more inhale. And on the exhale, find neutral spine, tabletop, nice and centered in the middle. We're going to tuck our toes under and very, very slowly lifting one knee and then the other, taking ourselves back into our first downward facing dog. So remember to go slowly here. You can pedal out your dog, stretch yourself in any way. Finding what feels good for you. And when you're ready, we're going to find stillness, fingers spread wide. All four corners of our hands and feet holding us strong here in our downward facing dog. And exhale. Bending generously through the knees, looking forward between your hands. We're going to hop, step or jump to the front of your mat, however you want. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, forward fold. So our feet are hip width distance apart here in our forward fold. Parallel, we're going to just hang over our feet for a moment. Letting your head, neck and shoulders and arms completely relax. You can let your hands drop to the floor, or you can intertwine, crossing your hands behind, into your elbows, as long as everything's relaxed. Shake your head yes or no. You can bounce a little bit up and down. You can swing side to side. We're just lengthening and relaxing our upper spine. Take an inhale, straighten out your legs, keeping a micro bend in your knees. Bring your hands to clasp together behind your back, palms pushing together. And we're just going to let our hands fall, gravity take them out and away from our bodies, stretching through the front of our shoulders. Remembering to let your head hang, relax your face muscles and your jaw. Just one more inhale here. And exhale, release your hands back down to the ground. Taking a big bend in your knees now, we're going to slowly roll ourselves up to standing. Letting your head hang, your shoulders and your arms relax, stacking vertebrae on top of vertebrae. Slowly making our way up to the top. Take a shoulder roll and then let your head finish off on the top. Awesome. We're going to take a little flow here, warming up the body. Inhale, root to rise, arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, your version. Exhale, forward fold. Planting our palms to the ground, stepping the left foot back, finding our high lunge. Just take an inhale here. Moving your weight forward and back, finding your lunge. Stretching out through the front of that left hip flexor. We're going to take an inhale, Mula Bandha engaged, core engaged. We're going to lift our arms up and come up into our high lunge. If this is too much or you've got bad knees, feel free to lower that left knee. But take a look down. Can you see your big toe in front of your right knee? We want to keep our knee above our ankle. Just one more inhale here. Take a back bend if you're warm enough. Exhale, planting our hands back to the ground. Inhale, stepping that right foot back to meet the left, finding our plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, slowly lowering down, elbows into the body. Inhale, upward facing dog. Inhale, coming down again. Sorry, exhale, coming down again. Tucking our toes under, pushing ourselves back up to plank. Inhale. Exhale, we meet in downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal it out here, feeling yourself warming up. Your hips, your knees, your ankles and your toes. We're going to bend our knees again, looking forward in between our hands. Hop, step or jump back up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping our right foot back now, finding our high lunge on the left. Moving yourself forward and back, keeping yourself warm, feeling what it feels like on the other side. Dropping that right knee. If it's too much for you today, we're going to engage our core, strong through our body. Inhale, coming up, arms up to the sky, shoulders down and back. Finding our high lunge on the left. Inhale, take a back bend. Exhale, planting the hands down to the ground. Stepping that left foot back to meet the right, finding our plank. Hold it here for just a moment. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Slowly lower yourself down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a nice deep breath here. We're bringing that left foot into the center, keeping our weight evenly distributed through both hands. Our right foot reaches up and back into our three-legged dog. We're going to open up to the left, bending through that right knee and twisting our weight to look under that right armpit. Now you want the weight to be evenly distributed through both of your hands here, so make sure that you're not leaning to one side. Take an inhale, straighten yourself back out, leg up to the sky. Exhale, down we come. Swapping legs over. Right foot into the center. Left foot reaches up and back, finding our three-legged dog. Twisting now, opening up to the left, bending that knee. And taking our gaze under that left armpit, finding a twist through the upper body. Weight evenly distributed. Inhale, straighten out that leg, back up to the sky. Exhale, down we come. Now slowly walking ourselves one foot in front of the other to meet up in the front of the mat. Nice and slow, just feeling our body nice and warm now. And we find ourselves in our forward fold. Let everything hang. Beautiful. Slowly rolling up now with control. Nice deep bend in the legs. Slowly up to the top, shoulder roll, and then our head reaches. What else do you want to do, Dad? What's another good move you like?
You did all my favourites.
I know. Alright, feet together now. We're going to come up onto our toes, arms up to the sky. Find your drishti, your focal point. Engaging your core, nice and strong. We're just taking a simple balance here. Connecting with our body, seeing how we feel today. And just lower back down onto the heels, let your arms hang. Inhale, back up onto your toes, arms up to the sky, nice and strong. Finding your balance, connecting to your core. Exhale, drop down onto your heels, let your arms drop, let the blood flow. Alright, big toes together, heels a little bit apart. We're coming down into our chair pose. Bending through the knees, swooping our arms forward and together. Shoulders twisting down and back. Gaze looking to the floor. Can you look down? Can you see your big toes? If you can't see your big toes, rock the weight back a little bit. We're going to inhale here. Exhale, hand to heart. Take another inhale. We're going to exhale, take a twist to the right. Getting the elbow to the outside of the right leg if you can. Holding here for a breath. If you're wanting a little bit more today, see if you can transfer the weight into your right. Step that left leg back and find a high lunge with your twist. Just one breath in this pose. On the exhale, we bring ourselves back. Whoop. and back to center. Swoop the arms down into our chair once more. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale here. Exhale, take your twist to the left. The back of that elbow coming to the outside of the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, stepping that right leg back. Finding your high lunge. Rotating ourselves up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, bringing ourselves back into our twist, feet together. Inhale once more. Exhale to center. Let it all go, bring yourself back up. Give your legs a shake. Awesome, you might want to do a few little hip circles here with your legs, releasing any tension in your hips. This is just a nice little afternoon stretch Dad and I are having. We'll take another stretch standing and then we'll head back down to the ground. So, finding our balance here, finding your drishti, your focal point, somewhere in front of you that you know won't move. Engage your core, tailbone tucks under, finding your stability. Spreading the toes wide on your left foot and grounding yourself through all four corners of that foot. When you feel balanced enough, slowly start to lift that right leg off the ground. So we're going to come and place the ankle of the right leg on top of the left knee, above the left knee, finding the number 4 shape. Bringing our hands to our heart, everything engaged, standing strong. We're going to bend through that left leg. We're taking ourselves into a standing pigeon here, reclined pigeon, standing up. So we're stretching down the back of that right glute and thigh, pushing that right knee away down to the earth, externally rotating through that hip. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you're wanting more, see if you can bend that left leg more and bend through the hips to bring your chest to sit on top of that left leg, right leg. Beautiful, take one more inhale here. On the exhale, plant your hands to the ground and straighten through that left leg, finding our last little stretch in this pose. Inhale, bending through the left leg again, hands back into prayer. Exhale, coming up to standing, and gently release yourself, foot back down to the ground. Other side, finding your focal point, standing tall, core engaged, spreading the feet wide on the right hand side, slowly lifting the weight out of that left foot, and bringing the ankle to sit on top of the right knee. Hands to prayer, take a bend into that right leg. Rotating out through that left hip, pushing that knee down to the ground. If this is enough for you, stay here and work on this. If you're wanting a bit more, slowly lower yourself down to the ground. Chest coming to on top of that left leg. Take a breath. On the exhale, straighten out through that right leg, dropping yourself down. Take an inhale, bending once more through that right leg, hands to prayer, coming up and releasing everything. Give yourself a little shake. Give yourself a little shake. We're going to come down to the ground. So gently down onto your bottoms, legs out in front. We're just going to take a little stretch here in our staff pose. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Breathing in deep. Exhale, take a forward fold. This time not hunching through the shoulders, opening ourselves out through our chest, seeing how close we can get our chest to our legs without curving through the upper body. So you can imagine that you've got a rope coming through your chest and someone's pulling your chest up and forward. So we're trying to keep our shoulders back. If you can grab a hold of your calves or your ankles or your feet, see if you can keep that chest open and your neck long. Finding that stretch through the back of our legs. Take an inhale here. On the exhale, let everything hang over. Change our stretch now. Let our back curve, our shoulders hunch up. Find your stretch for the day. You can rock side to side. There's no rules or no way that you have to do each pose. Yoga is about feeling into your body and feeling into what your body wants in every given moment that you practice. Slowly release now and roll yourself back up. Coming down now onto our backs with control, engaging your core, slowly lowering yourself down inch by inch, nice and gentle until you reach the mat. I'm just going to hug our knees into our chest, releasing any tightness or fatigue or sore muscles in our lower spine. Make some circles with your knees. Rock side to side or front to back. We're just going to take a little twist. So bringing our knees to tabletop, knees above hips here. Hands out to the side. We're going to slowly drop our knees to the right. So keeping both of our shoulder blades on the ground, we want to keep that open. Pushing our left shoulder blade into the earth, right shoulder blade forward. You can bring your right hand to sit on top of the outside of your left leg if you want to pull yourself into the stretch a little bit more. And to finish off, take your gaze over your right fingers. Now just take a moment to completely relax here. Surrender to this twist, to this pose. Let everything go thus far, anything that you've been doing today. Letting yourself just stop and have this time on the mat. Keeping the muscles in your face nice and calm here. Keeping your breath deep and slow. If you're wanting a little bit more, straighten the top leg, your left leg, and see if you can grab the back of your calf, maybe your ankle, or maybe you can pistol grip your fingers around your big toe. Just take that stretch a little bit deeper. It's hard to breathe deep when your body and your abdomen is all twisted like this, but the slower you go, the more air you can get down into the depths of your belly. One more breath. Release that left leg, knees back together. Exhale yourself back up to the top. Sitting ourselves back up to go the other way, knees together, ankles together. Slowly drop the legs over to the left. Finding your twist. Using that left hand to pull yourself a little bit deeper if you want, pushing that left shoulder forward, right shoulder down into the ground. Relaxing your face muscles and turning your gaze to look over your right fingertips. Letting go. Closing down the eyes so that you're not distracted by anything in the room. Bringing your awareness and your thoughts to focus on your breath. Our time on the mat is our time to forget about our to-do lists and forget about what we have to cook for dinner or the washing that didn't get done today. None of that matters. Time stands still when we jump on our mat. Releasing that left leg, the right leg now, straightening it if you want to take the stretch a little bit deeper, holding behind your thigh, your ankle, or pistol gripping your big toes. Taking your stretch into a little bit more of an intense asana. Anytime you feel like sighing or moaning or sounding during your practice, please do so. Give yourself the permission to fully fully let go of any feelings and emotions that arise. Take one more inhale and exhale. Bringing our legs back together, hugging our knees once more into our chest. Rocking yourself side to side. Now rocking ourselves front to back. Take a few little rock and rolls here. Massaging the spine as we do so. As many as you want to feel good. Till we meet cross-legged again on our mat. Bringing our hands back to our knees the way we started, either palms down or palms lifted. Close down your eyes, sit tall. We're going to take a few more breaths together to finish our practice. Inhaling through the nose and this time exhaling through the mouth. Allowing any sounds that come up to express freely today. It doesn't have to sound pretty. It doesn't have to look nice. Thank you for joining me on this little impromptu afternoon stretch and flow. I hope to keep adding a few of these videos to our collection and our library. So if you haven't watched this in real time, please enjoy the replay. If you want to go into a Shavasana now, go ahead. Take time this afternoon. Relax yourself. Do a little bit more flow if this wasn't enough. And thanks for watching. We've got Shaz, Kathy, Paige, Zamora, Roz. Much love to you guys. Namaste.